welcome everyone. Here we are, starting off our Pokemon Survivor All-Stars. We've got a brand new format with new rules and all one team. So, Yuta, would you like to kick us off in going through how this format and the rule set's going to look?
Absolutely. This is a whole new format. I wanted the format for All Stars to be different than the regular one, and I wanted it to be less forgiving. Maybe if I could give more importance to the social aspect of it, and that's where the idea of the stars come from. Because now there are two main aspects that you need to worry about as for your performance is how you actually perform in the game and the stars that you get from the other players. So in All Stars, there is a ranking every week that is done from the amount of stars that you get, both from the battles and from the stars that you are given by the other players. The people that place at the top of the board are safe and they cannot be eliminated. And the very first of the ranking is wins the episode, which gives them the opportunity to make someone safe in the next episode, but also to put someone in the bottom two for that episode that they won. The other person in the elimination game is then decided through a very traditional vote. I think that just about covers it.
You want to kick it over to LPT? Go ahead and give us your thoughts on what you think of this format.
Yeah, I kind of because the format was supposed to be like a big grand reveal, but I did already have some semblance of what it was going to be like, but not fully, because back when I was in season 3, before I think probably just before merge, you had messaged me asking for ideas on how to handle it. Um, I don't think it's really given me much of an advantage. The main problem was me almost accidentally leaking it a couple times, but that's besides the point. Um, but I think you guys struck like a really good compromise between obviously you still need to be good at playing the game, which everyone is because you don't really get to all stars without being at least somewhat good, but also the social aspect and the fact that they're weighted equally, which is actually even more weighting than I put on it when I first suggested the balancing. I think I had instead of basically the same in terms of points for battles, except I said only 1 point to be given out by each player. But you guys put even more aspect on the social element, obviously, because to help bolster the storyline of the season and all the dramas that that will inevitably emerge.
I'm fully ready to get into it. You did give me a lot of you did give me your reviews and what you thought should be changed, and a lot of the what the format is now is because of the feedback that you got me. So I want to thank you for that. It did really help.
Yeah, I think the biggest change, well, obviously the points for kills is gone, but that's been replaced by the bonus stars that are available each week, which we'll get into obviously when we cover the week 1 format. I think the biggest change between basically what you've sent and what I've originally had is what you've originally sent and what I suggested is the points for number of Pokemon surviving getting halved. Um, but that's kind of it, really. I think because obviously originally it was 1 point per Pokemon, and now it's 1 point for every other Pokemon that's living.
In the very first version, also, I was gonna have a top two, and you talked me out of that.
Yes, yes.
Which, in retrospect, it would have been a scheduling nightmare. So that was
I
a
I yeah, that was the only reason I was ever against it. I thought story-wise and I thought it was a really good idea, but it just could not work schedule-wise. Like
yeah.
that's something that would work in actual Survivor where we're all locked in a house against our will for or sorry, well, Survivor's an island. It's something that would work on like Big Brother locked in a house
At
against your
some
will
point, I'm gonna
for
get you all
for
locked
weeks.
in an island
At some
against your
point,
will.
All Star Season 2, you actually just kidnaps us.
Just rent an island.
All right, so let's go over real quick who all is going to be competing in this season's All Stars. All right, so going down our list here, we've got returning from season 3, our runner up Omega. And then from season 1, we've got our final 4, I believe, third place member, Fox.
Yeah.
Season 2, we've got our runner-up, Slow Libra. Season 3, we've got our final 4 member in blue. Season 1, our runner-up in Alizin. Season 2, we got Bonyor. I'm not sure where he placed. Was it 8th? I
Eighth,
think
I
8th.
believe.
8th place for
Yes.
Bonyor. Season 2 again, we've got Troy. What was his placing?
Fifth.
Fifth. And then we got Psycho from season 1. I believe his was it 9th?
No, I
No.
believe
So
Psycho
yeah,
was
also
fifth as well.
5th? Okay. I only know like the runner-ups for like well. And then following him, we've got season 3's LPT right here with us. Where did you finish?
I finished 5th.
5th place. And we got season 1 Red Wings. That was our 9th, I believe.
Red Wings, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
placed ninth.
9th place Red Wings.
Yes.
And then we got season 3 Frankie, who placed, I believe, 8th.
Yes.
And then season 2, our last member is Drew. And he placed, I'm not
Sixth.
sure either.
I believe he was sixth.
6th place from Drew.
Yes, sixth. So, LPC, when you got the full cast, when the announcement was over, what did you think of this roster of players?
Well, to be honest, I think I kind of mentioned this in my thingy video as well. I don't really know many people from previous seasons. I knew Slow Libra and obviously Alizin and Bon from previous seasons. Alizin and Bon both being other mods here, and then I played Slow Libra in as a guest star in season 3. But like for the other season 3 people returning, yeah, it's probably about who I would have expected. I always expected the loser of finals to return.
Yeah, the
I mean, everybody
runner-ups.
expected Sandal,
Mhm.
which he just didn't want to, which is fair enough. And then for the other two, yeah, I always would have been either Frankie, Blue, or Collateral, because I don't know if Gamer Tag wanted to come back. I'm sure. I would have expected it to be either Blue, Frankie, or Collateral for like the 2 of the last 3.
Mhm.
Sorry, any 2 of those 3 for the last ones. You know what I mean?
Looking at making the cast, that was definitely like there are a lot of things that went into that came into my mind when I was making the cast, and of course relationships and that kind of stuff was a big part of it. I'd say that I had a maybe a slight preference towards players that are like very creative. I think that a few players that are on this list are there because they left me good memories of the builds that they did. The runner-ups are very like safe choices. Like it's a very interesting storyline to have people that were very close to winning, like just a game away. I think that's the same thing with the fifth placers. You're like so close to making it to the finals, and usually I think the fifth place is kind of a like not one of the best placements storyline wise, because those people have proven that they're very good and they usually have a very good track record to prove it. It just came down to like literally almost nothing. That including you.
Yeah. Well, certainly not my Elim match, but my normal match versus Sandal, yeah, it came down really close to the wire in that last week. And I imagine that was probably the same for the other previous 5th places, although I've not seen their games.
I'm very happy with this cast. I had a very like I only had 2 people say no to me. So this is like almost what I had in mind at first. Which is I mean I wasn't expecting so many people to be just like ready to come back and ready to go in another season, especially the people from season 3.
Kidding. I already threw 2 draft games for Survivor. I will I will, and I might be about to throw a gacha game just for a Survivor recording.
Oh God. All the throws.
So yeah, looking at this as the host, looking at this cast, it's very hard to see a Final Four. It's very hard to like do predictions like we did last season.
Hmm.
Uh,
So are you wanting to do
yeah.
a Final Four? Because I'm looking at this and struggling to come up with it.
Oh, I
Oh no,
couldn't.
I'm not.
Um,
I'm not trying that.
I'm like, there's only
oh, I couldn't
one
imagine
name
having
I
to do a
feel
Final Four.
confident in putting in the Final Four, and then like everyone else, like I don't know.
Who's that
Oh, I'm
name?
not feeling confident
Teehee.
about anything. I think
I'll be
if
honest.
this
Oh, go
first
ahead.
episode is gonna teach us anything, is that this format is very unpredictable.
Oh yeah. No, my only one that I will say I feel confident in is Alizen, being season one, knowing the way he's played. I have confidence that he'll be Final Four, but it could really come down to a match of anyone.
Yeah, you have a bias because he had the best track record in your season, so it was like the player that you do not want to go against. Like I get
Yeah,
what
there
you're
is some
saying.
of that. There is some of that
He's
too.
very good. I'm not saying the opposite. I'm expecting it to go far, but this format is so
Mm-hmm.
tricky.
No, it's gonna be really exciting. Speaking of exciting, I think that's a great segue into this first format that Utah, I believe, spent some very special time with because these formats are, in my opinion, awesome. So go ahead
Okay.
and give us a rundown of how you came up with this.
I may not have as much insight as I did last season, just because I did this format so long ago. Because I was inspired. I was on my run of doing All Stars format. Like as soon as I found the mythology theme, I was just pumping these formats out. It was a streak of inspiration. I think this one, the genies came first because I think I was thinking mythology, Greek gods, and all that, and the genies just came to mind um, as being reminiscent of the gods. But what I'm especially proud, I think, in this format, I mean, it's the heart of the format, is the Trojan horse mechanic, because it I've never seen that anywhere, having to give a Pokemon to your opponent. And when I had the idea at first, I was like, okay, yeah, it can be cool. But when I started to talk about it with the VIPs, we just so many ways that you could use it. Because especially since we made it doubles, I think the doubles part came later. It wasn't supposed to be doubles at first, but in singles, I don't think the Trojan horse would have worked quite like we wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
But especially since it doubles, having a Pokemon on the field that's just dead weight, basically, can be very detrimental. And I think there were many ways that you could use that Trojan Horse Pokemon. We're gonna see a few of them, and I was very proud of that part of the format.
Yeah, it definitely made for an interesting idea, and I completely agree with what you said. I was pretty worried about it when I had it in my head that it was singles, and when I realized it was doubles, that it definitely felt like it was gonna make it a lot more balanced. And I think
Mm-hmm.
watching the replays that I had seen so far, I think it definitely did. LPT, would you like to give us your thoughts on how it played out and how the Trojan horse worked with the format?
Oh yeah, I think I did message you after the format got revealed, and I was like, let me see, let me see if I can actually find the message I sent you the second I saw the format get revealed. Uh, no, I think I might have joined call and been like, you are an evil fucking genius. Because it's
I think
such a
yeah.
good, it's such a good idea for week one, especially. Like if this had came later in the season, it still would have been cool, but I think it would have been far less cool than it is in week one. I hate that week one was doubles. I despise you for that, but the Trojan horse mechanic, because of course you don't really know it, so you have to balance in your mind between do you give them like a really bad mon, like four status moves AV, or do you give and you're kind of like burning a bridge with them, or do you give them something that's like okay but it's not perfect? Or do you say to them, what mon do you want? So yeah, sure, you're giving yourself a disadvantage in the battle because you've given them what they want, but then you're actually like building a bridge with someone and trying maybe
Mhm.
forging like a bit of an alliance. It doesn't really seem like it panned out much that way. Because a lot of mons were just AV 4 status moves, but
Mm-hmm.
the idea was there, and we did have some people like Omega and God, who was Omega's opponent? I don't remember who it was, but of course they both gave each other the rapid ashes, but they weren't just like terrible sets. In fairness, the rapid ash with Ember was a terrible set. um, but like Omega got an actual existing set on his he got like just a dual dance stored power draining kiss, I think, on his Galarian Rapidash. I think he had some others, like I think Frankie and was it Drew? Frankie's opponent? No, Drew was whoever Frankie's opponent was, they both gave each other like metronome. Just as like a gimmick on their Trojans. So you saw a couple of
Yeah, I
creative
remember
ones
that.
alongside the probably just objectively best thing of just give them AV4 status moves.
I was just thinking about it. I don't think we saw this, but it would have been pretty interesting to see a AV3 status moves with an explosion.
Problem there is actually is there really a problem there? I
Well,
didn't really
I
think
mean,
of it.
you protect up.
You can protect up. You can force your opponent to protect, and then you could have a ghost type out alongside it, like Aegislash with Swords
Mm-hmm.
Dance or Cerulide Swords Dance. Probably not Basque Legion um, Agility because that's not as impactful of a setup move. But yeah, no, the idea is there, and it's
Yeah.
maybe it's not something I thought of. Maybe maybe
I
nobody
mean,
thought of
I
it,
didn't. Yeah, I
or
didn't
maybe
think
somebody else
about it.
did,
I'll
and
be
then
honest. I didn't think about it till now. So, but yeah,
it's
that's
not a
the
terrible idea.
yeah, that's the cool thing about this. And I mean, you could replay this type of format multiple times with a few different sets of mons, and it could play out very different each time.
But yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
absolutely.
you're definitely making a point there with saying how impactful it is for week one, because that was the idea behind it. Especially for the because some of you are coming from the same season, so you might know each other, but as for the rest, you don't know the other seasons. And I was like, this is going to be kind of an introduction to those players and how they decide to play the game. So do you want to try to strike a deal with someone, or do you want to just give them absolute dog shit? Do you want to strike a deal and then just turn on them and give them absolute dog shit? I thought it would be an interesting introduction to the player and might set some drama going.
Which is always the end goal for Survivor.
Always, always.
It's always our goal. All right. So getting into the replays for this week one, we're gonna start by going over the Trojan mons that the two opponents gave each other, and we'll start off with Alazin versus Blue. Alazin gave Blue a Caracosta with an assault vest, attack, special attack EVs with a little speed, and he got Stealth Rock, Protect, Endure, and Bide. So a wasted mon.
I think I remember some of the thinking behind that. I'll probably talk about it during the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
because Allison told me the reason behind it as well.
okay, yeah, perfect.
Amazing.
And then we've got Blue giving to Alazin a Whimsicott with an Assault Vest. Um, attack and special attack EVs with all status moves.
Hmm.
So
We're
two,
gonna see a lot of Whimsicots.
yeah, we're gonna see a lot of Whimsicots, and we see two wasted mons in the same match, basically.
Yeah, that we're also gonna see a lot of. But the Whimsicots, I think especially, we're gonna see a lot of just because it's the best mon in the format. It being double, so you're blocking off one of the best support mon of the tier list.
Yeah, and that's what most people ended up saying. That gave Whimsicott. So Blue's idea was, like you said, specifically to take Whimsicott off the table for doubles. That was his idea there. And then we'll go a little deeper to Alizin's idea with you two after the matchup. So here we go into game one for Alizin versus Blue. And that eruption was big this week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
between
see
that
that
and
as well.
Torkoal,
Mhm.
a lot of eruptions.
White Guard was really good. Yeah, almost forgot that White Guard was a thing.
Aegis Wide Guard was massive.
Seriously, I don't think it was the only wide guard Pokemon, but it was certainly one of the better ones
It was
in the
There
probably
format.
were-
the better one. Yeah.
I mean, as I learned from Lazen, by the way, there were 3 Pokemon with White Guards.
Oh wow.
It was Aegislash, another one that I don't remember, and Caracosta. No,
Okay. Oh,
I think it's Caracosta. I don't
Okay.
remember that Pokemon's name.
is that why he gave it then?
Yes, I can't see the screen.
Yeah, he gave Caracosta to stop wide guard, and also because he
Okay.
wanted to run the Torkoal, and it was one of the, I think, the only quad fire resistant in the format.
Gotcha. Yeah. that all
I
makes
probably,
sense.
if I was wanting to do that, would have blocked the Heatran, given that it has Flash Fire, which is even better than a quad resist. But I see the vision for blocking Caracosta.
The stream will load up for me, so
It's not loading for me either, but I assume it's playing fine on Point Man's end, so I'm just powering
Is it going
through.
now?
No, it is
Kind of.
very laggy.
Laggy shit.
Oh, okay. I think it's better now.
Better. Okay. For some reason, it likes to drop. Not sure why.
Like, it's back for me now.
Okay.
So yeah, the thinking behind Caracosta was to block one of the Wild Guard Pokemon, and especially the only one that had a good matchup into Sun. Olazen also told me that he knew he was leaving Whimsicott available, and that he knew he was gonna have a great matchup, because when you leave Whimsicott available, you want to go Tailwind. So he's going for the Sun, but in Trick Room, which I think is a very good way to consider this format.
So there we go with 1 Mon left. We got an Alizen taking game 1.
Alizen taking
And of
game
course,
1.
important to know, Alizen also didn't bring a genie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So they're incapable of getting any of the bonus points for genie kills. So
Only
Alizen taking game 1 with 4 points, 3 for the win, and then 1 for the number of Pokemon that survived. I can't remember if Blue got any bonus points in that.
It is still good. Like, it's still a great performance. I struggle to see why you wouldn't bring a genie, but he's thinking about the game at all and how he prepared for it by giving Cargos. That was very interesting. It was very good.
Yeah, perhaps would have been good maybe running something like an Iron Ball Lando if you're wanting to do Trick Room, because obviously that's the slowest one, and with Iron Ball you could get, I don't know exactly how low it would get, but it'd get pretty slow.
All right, let's get into game 2.
That was a big Scorching Sands picking up the Heatran kill.
Yeah, getting a Heatran out of there was massive early.
I don't know how I feel about Icy Wind and Trick Room, but
yeah, it's a bit of an odd call.
Yeah, and now it's gonna be rough.
Remember, folks, this is quad resisted and assault vest.
Yeah, because that first game was very close, and it just, like, the Caracosta positioning wasn't the best. But now you can see how Lazen's thinking. Yeah.
Literally me from 2 weeks ago in the chat there, just gone by of what the fuck, that was a quad resist.
Yeah, and then this win definitely gave him some big points.
Yeah, that makes you wish that
yes,
Torkoal
that
was one of the
was
genies.
8
Yeah.
points. Yeah, if that would have been a 14-point game if Torkoal was a genie.
Oh
Because
my
Torkoal, I'm
god.
pretty sure, picked up all 6 of those
Yeah,
kills.
Torkoal went off.
So we end up with blue with 1 star for a Landorus kill, and Latin with 10 stars.
Yes.
So this is
Okay.
Fox and Troy, right?
Yep, so our next one is going to be Fox and Troy. Let's find out who they gave each other. There we go. All right, and we've got given to Fox by Troy. We have a Levani with Black Sludge. Attack and special defense EVs. Interesting. Oh, well, I mean, no attacks, so with Protect, Endure, Rest, and Sleep Talk. And then. And so we pretty much just got a Mon that can just take damage. Then we've got, for Troy, given by Fox, we've got a Mega Ampharos with, of course, the Mega Stone. HP and defense EVs, substitute, agility, cotton guard, and protect. So kind of, again, most of the same. Different Pokemon, different items at least. I
I
didn't
think
go ahead.
I think it was quite interesting that Fox gave 2 setup moves in doubles, like giving your opponent Cotton Guard and Agility when Psych Up exists, of course. Of course, the Ampharos itself is going to do nothing, but it could have potentially been disastrous, and we do see that Troy did end up going with a Psych Up strategy, but without seeming to know how Psych Up works, which
Yeah.
I'll point out every time that he Psych Up and clears his own boost that he just set up.
Oh.
Yeah, because I remember Troy being like, "Hey, I can actually use this Ampharos and Psych Up," and I was like, "Ooh, that's fun. That's a good idea."
But the
Which
execution.
the execution was halfway there. Just getting rid of your own boost, as you were pointing out, might not be the best, but the idea was there.
The idea was there. So I don't know if I got any reasoning from Troy on his Levani pick. However, I do know Fox's pick was she had said was pretty much based around the idea of just getting that Mega off the board. Here we are with Fox versus Troy, game 1. Taking out that Whimsicott that's not even the Trojan Mon early.
Yeah, we're gonna see more of
See
the
the
Genie
Clangor Soul, which
gameplay.
makes a lot of sense for a makes a lot of sense for a Psych Up team to be running. And yeah, just protects to get rid of that Tailwind. Yeah, and he Psych Ups immediately, getting rid of his own Calm Mind boost. I think he does it literally the next turn, doesn't he? I think this comp phase is about to Calm Mind, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think it might be next game.
Yeah, I really like the idea of the team. Some of the execution perhaps wasn't the best, but oh, that Tower
interesting that
Poison
kills.
Landorus was pivotal to that game. I remember.
Yeah, because it got a lot of kills.
It's just free. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit just unfortunate. Yes, and they ended up forfeiting. Which I don't get why you do that. It's literally a turn.
Yeah, I don't know. But
yeah, it's whatever.
Fox with 4 Mons.
Fox with 4 Mons and 5 Landorus kills once you count in this Ampharos that it would have killed.
Yeah. Then we go on to game 2.
Yeah,
So set up again.
this is the second
This,
example, isn't it?
yeah.
That he's about
Oh,
to.
well.
Oh no, the Enamor's dies. Never mind. Then Clanging Scales. Landers just barely lives. I don't know what the roll on was on that. Protecting is a bit dangerous in front of a Comfy.
In front of a Whimsicott, you mean?
Yes, sorry. Brazen Levani, I was surprised, not just in this game, but in quite a lot, how early the Trojans seem to come in. Like, I left in both of my games my Trojan for my very last Pokemon. There's the second one, because this Comfy's about to psych up after Calm Minding.
I don't really like the Black Sludge Levani, just because I think if you want to make the most out of it being a 2v1, you might want the Pokemon not giving your opponent to like stay on the field and not die. Just be utterly useless.
Oh, Fox pulling out the last respects. Swift Swim.
Yeah, that definitely was the
Oh.
unofficial genie of the week.
Yeah.
And also, Expanding Force. What's that doing there? He doesn't have does he not? I don't think he knows that that's not a spread move unless you're in Psychic Terrain.
Maybe he had manual Psychic Drain. I don't think he did. No, I think I
Yeah,
He
checked and he
didn't.
didn't.
Yeah.
I think somebody had his paste.
I'm not sure. But he took game 2
Actually,
with 4 left as well. So following up Fox and Troy, we have Red Wings versus Frankie. The Mons that are being traded off as the Trojan Mons are going to be from Red Wings to Frankie. We've got Delphox with a Lepa Berry. He's got HP and Speed EVs with Metronome, Laser Focus, Recycle, and Wonder Room. What the hell is Laser Focus?
It's a move
your next
that
attack's a guaranteed crit.
Oh,
I
mean,
think it's something like
I
that.
figured it was something like that, but like I'd never heard of that move.
There's a reason.
But I was
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with the two of them giving Metronome and going at it. I mean, I didn't expect it, but I think that's quite fun.
Yeah, so moving on to the second one, we also have a Lepa Berry on a Toxtricity going to Red Wings with attack and defense EVs with the Metronome, Sleep Talk, Charge, and Rain Dance. So yeah, these should be some fun matches. We've got one Genie on each team. Wow, that eruption. Moonlight from it.
That matchup is really rough. I don't think there's much that Frankie can bring on the field to counteract that sun boosted eruption.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he needed to have a way to get rain up.
And the problem as well is Delphox on the field and it's not doing anything. It's just effectively, as I was talking about, a 2v1.
Mm-hmm.
Grassy Glide. That was a grass type Delphox. It kept going for grass moves. I think that's very funny.
It's a freeze. And that's game 1 to Red Wings with 3 left. Going on to game 2.
The mental hurt's really big there. To be able to still get that trick room off.
And
I
what a
think the same
type.
thing happened.
Go ahead.
Mental herb is always something I forget about. Is mental herb. Oh, I mean the crit probably didn't matter actually, but still unfortunate. Like in just any time I play VGC or doubles, because it's of course just not an item you really ever use in singles, and I have so little doubles experience that I just always forget that mental herb's a thing.
That Torkoal. Oh my god.
Torkoal is just a force in this format.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem if you want genie kills, because Torkoal is just gonna annihilate everything.
Yeah, that eruption's just insane. And helping hand with it, helping hand sun with eruption is just a lot of damage. All right, our next matchup will be Omega versus Slow Libra. And for the Mons given out, we have Slow Libra giving to Omega a Rapidash Galar with leftovers, HP and special attack EVs with agility, calm mind, stored power, morning sun. And like, holy Mon to give out.
Yeah. It was the best mon given this week. Like it's not incredible by any means,
Yeah.
but with the standards of like the Trojan horse Pokemon, it was the best one. And I think Libra kind of got shafted. I think they had kind of I mean, I was told there was a misunderstanding between the two. Like they knew they were gonna give each other their horses and be funny about it, but maybe they hadn't found an agreement on how good the sets they were gonna give each other were gonna be. Because we're gonna see the other horse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
two very different,
Two very different horses.
very different horses.
So here we got the one that Omega gave to Slow Libra. We've got Brittany Spears, Rapidash, with a Toxic
Good
Orb,
name.
attack and speed EVs with Ember, Snore, Natural Gift, and Sleep Talk. Definitely not quite as good, obviously. The one thing that Omega did point out though is he did basically give like 60 or 80 base power fire move if he Terra's when he or since he gave him Terra Fire too. He basically gave him a decent fire move if he wanted to use it that way, but it still would be minimal.
I mean, even with Terrifier, it's a 60 base power Ember.
Yeah, it's not anything crazy for sure.
With no special attack investment.
Yeah. And so, with those Mons out of the way, we can go on over to our first matchup of the two. And we've got the same genie on each side.
Yeah, Landorus was definitely the standout genie this week. Everyone seems to be bringing him.
Yeah, I think it was the best option. I think Inam was very good as well.
Well, I think we had 2 Inams, 1 Torn. I don't think anybody brought Thundy, did they?
Yeah, there was a Sandy just in a game right before, I think,
Yes.
in the previous game.
Oh, I must. He didn't do much. Yeah, definitely the standout for bonus points was Lando and
Mhm. I think there just wasn't as much for Thunderous to take advantage of.
especially Thunder specifically because its spread move can't hit Landorus, and
Mhm.
Landorus is obviously just such a threat this week. Same with Whimsicott. Of course, your Whimsicott resists your Wind Bolts.
Mhm.
No, Wind Bolt. Is it Wind? Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Storm or whatever it's called. And interestingly, Volcarona was, of course, the only redirection in this entire format. There's no Follow Me Pokemon. Your only option was a Rage Powder on the Volcarona. I think I did originally have Volcarona on my team. I ended up swapping it out because I ironically was too weak into opposing Volcaronas.
Yep, so there we had game 1 going to Omega. Did he? He did keep the nickname. I just wanted to check see if he kept the nickname on that one. All right, on to game 2.
That's a very Omega nickname.
Oh yeah. Who got the burn off? Not like it needs its attack. I would
Yeah, I
have
think
liked
this
to
was
see. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it was probably the most one-sided game this week.
I think was there a 6-0? I think there had been at least
Frankie,
one.
the
Yeah, yeah,
game,
yeah. Oh well,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Frankie versus Red Wings was
yeah.
also very one-sided. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one of those. That it was 6-0. It was definitely a rough one. Okay, so that is Omega taking that in both games and 5-0 in that one. Yeah, that the Lander is definitely probably I think the biggest killer for all the genies, with Enamorous being an option, just not really used as much, as we see here with 2 Landos as well. So we have Drew versus Bonyor, and we have wow, like the same thing.
Effectively identical Whimsicott sets being passed over.
Yeah,
Interestingly, they've given this Whimsicott max attack, so it's actually getting more damage out of its struggles. So that's slightly suboptimal.
true. True. That is something that might not have been noticed by Drew. So this is the one Drew gave to Bonyor.
It will literally never matter.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, yeah. With Assault Vest, the attack and speed EVs with attract, growth, endure misty terrain. Again, Whimsicott with Assault Vest, with attack and special attack EVs, with attract, sleep talk, substitute, and endure. And Bonyor did want to specifically make sure that the gender was what he added it. So that attract was definitely on his mind for this build.
because obviously the genies are gender locked, so means that it just would not be, if it got knocked off, it would not have been able to attract as Landorus.
So here we go.
And then obviously you can just make the rest of his Pokemon male.
Yeah, here we go with game 1.
Interesting. Is Aegislash is female, which is a bit of an oversight.
That's what I was just looking at.
I think Cresselia is forced female, so said, it's very unlikely to matter because you're probably not going to be side targeting a knockoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what his set is. You don't need to knock it off.
Really like the nickname on that Whimsicott. Very descriptive. See, even then, like just the fact that Bond's Whimsicott was out that soon. Like, well, he's still got all 6 of his mon. Like, bringing it out there is fine because obviously you're just bringing it to sack it. But like when it stayed in specifically to use well, that's an unfortunate miss on that Magma Storm.
Yeah.
Even at -1, I'm pretty sure this Basque Legion will still be faster than everything Drew has with that Swift Swim. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. Never mind. Unignore me. It's back and it's gone again.
Oh, this is crazy. Yeah,
And that
Torkoal
crit
is
onto
massive.
probably did. Crit probably didn't matter. It was at about 60%. See that wide guard coming out again, so it's preventing the
Last
heat wave
Respect's
damage,
getting
and the
big
torque
kill.
drops the last respect. And that's only well, I say only was what 150 power last respects. Remember that can get up to 300 for 3 if there's all 5 mons are dead. The Basque Legion, I think, was something that we saw a lot more towards the end of the week, with I believe this was the second last game, if I'm not mistaken. Although based on the number of tabs you have open, I may in fact be mistaken.
I think second to last main game.
It definitely felt like, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting there is an elimination game. You're right. But yeah, I did feel like the Basque Legion was something that started coming more as the week went on.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to be. The Rio game 1 to Drew. Now we got game 2. The Heatran lead without the Torkoal.
Yuda, if it doesn't really matter to him, you should make him 5th place. Please have it be a fight. Please have it be a fight. She'll fucking kick his ass. Please. Sorry, I'm forgetting I'm in a recording. Well, actually, no.
No, these are good.
Point is drama.
You're
Yeah, I'm
allowed to
forgetting this
say
isn't up
whatever
till
you...
the season's over, so.
Yes, sir. These will all come out afterwards, so you are free to speak your mind here.
Yeah. Sorry, I have been a bit absent-minded this recording. I've been
Hey,
trying to keep up with all of the votes because I hate to time date the recording, but this is being recorded literally right after my my week 2 game. So as all the votes are taking place, and we're trying to tally who's got what and who's nominating who.
Yeah, it's the first recording of the season. We got some speed bumps we'll get over, but we'll get in the groove of things as we get through this.
The speed bump is every now and then I see my my ping on Discord hit like several hundred.
The issue of having
it's not been as bad as the
apart.
first recording we had. It's the issue of me living in like some random field in rural Scotland.
We've got rural
And that is
Scotland
literally,
and
it's
rural
just
New
a
Mexico.
second magma storm miss. That's unfortunate.
He's missed a lot of magma storms throughout both games.
Yeah. Um, it's also, it still is crazy to say that, oh, that last respects is only 150 power, but remember that's literally half of what this magma storm could be doing. And I believe, no, it's next turn. I think that the magma storm would run out. Double protect is quite unfortunate, but he actually doesn't target the Vascular Legion. I'll be honest, I've forgotten what happens in these games. And that rock slide would be huge, but obviously it doesn't. But obviously it doesn't actually have the flinch chance because of sheer force. And yeah, that's just a dropped Landorus.
Yeah.
And even at this point, if the Basque Legion went down, it probably wouldn't matter because it wouldn't deny Bon a bonus point.
Predict the ally switch. But, yep, doesn't matter there. Basque Legion can clean up. So, Bon, you're taking game 2 4-0. Tell you what, we've had a lot more splits between game 1 and 2, I think, already, than we had once we started best of 3s in last season.
Yeah, there have been a lot of because I mean it's not best of threes, but there have been a lot of back and forth with someone winning a game and someone else winning another game, and the scores ended up really similarly.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Going on to our second to last main game of the week, we've got LPT versus Psycho. And we've got Psycho giving to LPT. Here we go. We got a Torkoal being given after seeing some of those previous matches with an Assault Vest, Sleep Talk, Protect, Curse Substitute, and Special Attack Speed EVs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think this was actually given before any of the games had been played.
Oh no, true. You're right though. Yeah.
It was given mostly because he wanted to play Rain, and just didn't want me having access to it. Plus, also it's just a terrifying.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
and again,
But yeah,
to
it's
point
mostly
that out,
just to prevent drought.
Yep, he's got white smoke, so there's no drought availability. Yep, no, absolutely. And then we've got you giving to Psycho Whimsicott. You want to go ahead and go over it yourself?
Yeah, I don't really think there's much to go over. It's just bad. It can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's got AV for attack moves. It's not even got Prankster if it gets knocked off. It's got max special attack, which does nothing. No defenses. No IVs, which a lot of people forgot to take the IVs off of the Trojans. I know it was quite a few Trojans, and I think including my own. I think my Torkoal was all zeros, but quite a few of the Trojans were.
Yeah, that one had it.
Were
that one
31s.
Both of those had them. Yeah. Yeah, there were a few.
Also, something about that Torkoal I got given, and there is truly no need for this. He gave it 0 happiness. It's just me.
Yeah.
I'll take the terrible set, but like, why you gotta be so? No other Pokemon had 0 happiness.
0 happiness. He wanted to disrespect you, apparently, and it worked. So let's go into the matches. Here we go on game 1.
Just
I really
immediately
like
dropping the Whimsicott. The snatch was unfathomable heat. To try and snatch my Tailwind. It didn't work, but God, I wish it did. I was saying that as the opponent here. I really respected that Tailwind.
I was gonna praise the idea of like contrarian in a team trying to like lower its stats. I think I really like the plan. I think I might have told you that on VC, but I think yeah, it was really fun.
I think so. I do regret a little bit in that game one not just mementoing into it. I think I maybe could have picked up a couple more bonus points, but we'll see how much it mattered in the end. Don't want to spoil results of any voting. So yeah, this Basque Legion just cleaned up. And I said this is base 200 power move. Torkoal's obviously the Trojans, just doesn't exist.
Yeah, that was rough. That one was rough. The Basque Legion was definitely kind of quiet, important mon, I feel like.
So I believe, oh god, how many points did he get? Because he got one bonus, 3 for 1. I think he got 6 total, if I'm not mistaken.
He gets 2 for the mons available.
2 for the ones still left, and then I think Torn got 1 kill on my Whimsicott, so I think he got 6 total. I can actually, I don't know if anyone voted for him. I can check.
The votes are in a separate category too, so we'll be able to see that at the end.
Yeah, see you later.
Next up, set game 2. Here we go with game 2. Try to.
With the actual game 2.
Try to.
Yeah, I immediately knew because I didn't
Yeah, I
take
see
two
what you were talking
in game
about. I
2.
didn't pick up on it.
I probably should have clocked that it's a different lead, and that immediately happens, but and you just side target Memento. We've got +2 special attack and big damage.
Yeah, that's a good start. Damn, crit.
He last respects the Cresselia. D-Gleam just kills
Another
both. The
two-
crit probably
yeah.
didn't matter on Cresselia.
Oh my, did you just get 6 kills?
Yep, that 6 kills with a Trojan.
Jeez, yeah. You set that up to be a quick match. 4 turns. You think he could have been a little nicer?
Yeah. Well, I needed the bonus points, you know.
Yeah.
That game landed me
God damn.
That game landed me what 10 points just for the one game.
Something.
I think 10.
Jesus.
6 bonus points, 3 for winning, 2 for the number of Pokemon left. Yeah, 10 points for one game.
Yeah, that was a big
I
one.
remember the theoretical max is obviously 12.
All right, so following those first matchups of the season, these are the rankings for the points earned in the games, with Slow Libra at the bottom not scoring a point, followed by Frankie and Blue with 1. And then up here at top, we've got Omega with 16 leading the way. LPT with that big second round putting you into second. And Fox and Red Wings tied for third. How we thinking about?
So,
how we feeling about this?
Yeah, so I was pretty happy going into this to have 13 points. Because the hit squad, which I should probably clarify for people, because obviously people watching won't know. So the hit squad is 5 people. It's me, Blue, Omega. Me, Blue, Frankie, Bon, and Allison. It's the Omega hit squad, named after of course the Sandal hit squad from season 3, where Blue just entirely lost all of his senses and didn't knock Vinny out. So it's comeuppance, I suppose you could say, from season 3. We've all just agreed, get Omega out, and then we can still be friends after. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but we just want Omega out. So to have one of us, because of course previously before my game, Allison was our highest point scorer at 10, which it would have been possible to get him to number 1, but he also actively kind of didn't want to be number 1, because he didn't really want to make such a big public enemy week 1.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But luckily, I of course got to 13, so we were able to have the remaining 4 vote for me. Obviously, you can't vote for yourself, so that meant we had up to 12 extra points to put onto me. I don't think we put all 12 of those in the end. I think one of them went to someone else. I think 2 of them went to other people actually, for like match.
So on that
fixing
topic,
reasons.
we can take a look right here at the voting and how it played out. So on the right, it is not how many votes you got, it is what the votes added to your score.
Yeah.
So for LPT, you got your 11 votes to put you at the top with 24. Omega got 6 to go to 22. Our next two tops, wow, I mean, there's a big separation. We got Allison next with 21 and Fox with 18.
Yeah. There's only one person from the original top 4 that received a vote, and it's Troy. Most people focus their votes into the top 4 as a way to get a winner that they wanted. I will say, as the host for the VIPs, as well, following the vote, knowing that I think most of that first episode storyline is just you trying to get Omega out, and Omega having performed really well on this battle as well. So it was crazy seeing the vote, and at one point he had more votes than you, and then you ended up with more than him. It was crazy. If just 2 votes could have changed the trajectory of that episode quite a lot.
This
Trying
bit,
to
Or like,
go back to week 1 though.
yeah, okay.
yeah.
We get the results. You're winning that week.
We've done, yeah.
What makes you decide to go Red Wings as the? I think that's no. You put Drew. I think you put Drew.
No, he
I
put
don't
Red
remember.
Wings.
No, I put Red Wings.
Okay, you put Red
So
Wings.
Omega was safe. Obviously, he was the target, but he was unfortunately safe. So we need to pick someone else. So we all kind of were unanimous that we wanted Drew in, because he hadn't really reached out to anyone. None of us besides Bon really knew him, and then I think him and Bon had some kind of drama from their season. So Drew is an easy person, but we also knew Drew would be a really easy person to get voted for. So we didn't want to waste the nomination on Drew, because of course by having Drew there to be voted, it keeps everyone else safe. Like obviously Bon, Blue, Frankie. Well, those 3, because obviously those 3 were all vulnerable. Allison and me were both safe. So it was really between the remaining people. I didn't want to piss off Psycho. I like Psycho. Troy was, and potentially still is. I'm not really sure if Omega was bullshitting or not, saying Troy is an ally. Either way, we believed at the time Troy was strong allies with both Celebra and Bon. Celebra, of course, was a very strong ally with Bon. Him, the 3 French players have the French Alliance chat, which I'm not supposed to know exists. Well, who else was left? So that it basically kind of just left Red Wings, effectively, just by process of elimination, because it was either Red Wings or Troy. Because I was never voting Psycho, anyone else in the hit squad, or Celebra. And I just thought Red Wings, he's not really played the social aspect. He's also more likely to knock Drew out, in my opinion, than Troy was. And I did want Drew out, because apparently, from what I've heard, he is actually a very strong singles player. It's better to get a big threat off of the board. And both of them are really strong singles players, so better to have one of them gone than Troy, who's I mean, everyone here is a good player. 11 of the people here are good players. But I do think Drew and Red Wings were just slightly stronger than Troy, so it's better to have one of those 2 be out than potentially you send Drew and Troy goes home. And then Drew's pissed off. And you've lost. Who I don't know with Troy now, because Omega, I'll put the screenshot in my confessional after this recording. DM'd me last week after it got announced that I was number 1 and was like, Contrary and M is crazy. It was like a crazy good pick. I was like, thanks, surprised no one else tried it. And Omega said he didn't even think of it. Doesn't surprise me. He said, I think we'll both be safe. Offer still stands, which is an alliance, which I just patched. Patched means ignored. I think that's Scottish or British slang, at least.
I hadn't heard
that. And then he said, I don't really know how to not be weird about this, but I do want to work with you, so I'm just going to ask a favor. Troy is one of the only few connections I have here since he's a friend of Vinny. But that's probably not true, because Vinny and Troy are not friends on Discord. And he's probably the person I've talked with the most so far. could you do me a favor and just not throw him in? By the time he'd messaged us, I actually already had locked in Red Wings. So it didn't really matter. So I just messaged him and was like, yo, I nominated. I think I messaged like, fine, I'll nominate Red Wings or something. Or I literally just said I nominated Red Wings.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was the thought process behind Red Wings. Was just get at least one good player out guaranteed, and hopefully it would be Drew, which I don't know, we'll see. Based off the elimination games.
Okay, so following those gifted stars, we had to have a vote for the second eliminated player after LPT chose Red Wings. And we had 5 members to not get any votes, that them being Troy, Bonjour, Blue, Psycho, and Frankie. And we had so that means we have 2 people that got votes. We had Drew and Slow Libra. Slow Libra getting 2 votes, being safe, and Drew getting 8. And that puts us at our elimination match. Do we have the Trojan Mons for that match somewhere?
I don't think I
They're in
put
the
them.
announcements channel.
Oh, I did. Okay, great.
I remember seeing them.
Are they?
That's the elimination vote. Scroll down a bit in the announcements channel.
Oh, is it?
Apparently
Oh,
not.
okay, yeah. It was put
Oh
after
no, there
that.
they are.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
no,
Yeah, they were
perfect.
just messages. They weren't picks.
Yes. Okay, so Drew gave to Red Wings Escavalier, with a life orb, with HP and special defense EVs, with Slash, Snore, Leer, and Endure. Interesting.
Actually, does have an attack,
Yeah,
which is quite
with a life orb.
Both of
and
them.
some
Both of them
attack.
actually were at least capable of doing damage.
A little bit, yeah. The play rough. It was limited, but could do some. So from
And
Red Wings to Drew. Go ahead.
I mean, the slash high crit ratio,
Mm-hmm.
if you give it a dragon cheer,
Mm-hmm.
it's huge.
And then, so the Red Wings to Drew, he gave a comfy with an air balloon. HP and speed EVs with Calm Mind, Play Rough, Substitute, and Synthesis. So, let's get right into those matches. Game 1 starting out.
First, my logic of the format, I think.
I think so.
Might be the same for Dragalji.
Yeah,
God, I
possibly
can't
as
wait
well.
to. I cannot wait to sit and read through all of these messages. Can someone pin the first message in this this drama in general? Yeah, it's interesting going for the toxic on Cresselia when you know it's gonna have Lunar Blessing. I think that's happened in a couple games where where like somebody toxicked either Cresselia or its ally, but then it just immediately took it off with a Lunar Blessing. So I'm surprised it kept happening as much as it did. I say as much as it did. I think it happened like 3 or 4 times, but still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So yeah, that was a good play, sacking the Trojan. And then you're in Trick Room. You have Rage Powder, the Stragalgy, a huge lead on the ally swap.
That ally switch just having no animation is weird.
Yeah. In fairness, I can't even think of what its animation is on console. I've not played.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever
so
used
long.
that move on cartridge.
I've definitely obviously seen it be used like in an actual VGC game, but I just can't think of what it is off the top of my head. And he didn't get the burn, but even if he did, wouldn't have been there from that Lunar Blessing. And this is one of the things with Volcarona. Even like a more defensive one like this, with that Fiery Dance, it can just snowball so quickly with those 50% chances to get the bonus attacks. That crit
Oh, got a
didn't
haze
matter.
though.
It is a probably a little late. Yeah, I get. That's not one of the times I say, "Oh, why would you toxic there?" Because he's kind of just clicking buttons because he knows he's lost, which is valid.
Yeah,
Or yeah,
it's a very tough position to
like
be
earlier
right
in the
there.
game, the toxic was a bit of an odd call, but like here, this is why I think we kind of should allow, at least in an Elim game, just let somebody forfeit. Because like in this position, Drew knows he's lost. I really don't get the recovering just to drag it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the
That does
elimination
respectable.
game, it's not a problem if a forfeit is done.
I know it's not. Obviously it won't cause any problems, but I still think it's technically disallowed, though I don't really know what the punishment would be.
Yeah.
So
And then we got game 2 to see if he's able to come back on points. Interesting play there by Red Wings. Magma's Fiery Dance getting its buff, but not mattering with the Rock Slide.
Yeah, I will say that second game looked like it looked doable for Drew to pull it back, especially since like it's best of 3 with the elimination game. I thought this was I mean I'm spoiling a little. I don't think he goes to game 3. I thought this was this could have been brought to game 3.
Yeah, he definitely started out strong this game, but yeah, those last 2 turns kind of fell apart.
And shockingly enough, the Dragoalgi has like put in the work. Like it's done quite a lot.
yeah, especially it had that really big read game 1 on that ally switch, but it's just a really strong mon. Is this the first time a Dragalge's came actually?
Yeah, I think it
I can't
does.
remember one earlier.
It was the first of the week.
Yeah, because it's a really, really strong trick room mon.
Armored Cannon finishing the job up. And that's Red Wings coming out on top of the first elimination match of Survivor All-Stars. Drew
Yeah,
has been our first elimination.
it feels sad having Drew being eliminated. I mean, it would have been sad, I think, for anyone because, as I said, having like interviews with people and getting them hyped to come back only to be eliminated in week 1 is kind of a bittersweet ending. And I don't think that, I mean, Drew's performance as a whole this episode was like on the upper half, I think, of the ranking. But I think it really sets the tone for the season and for how unforgiving the format is going to be.
I mean, Drew had 8 points, which is more than Blue, Bon, and Frankie combined. Come to think of it.
Yeah, his performance was really decent.
Oh, and you can chuck Soliber in there as well. I thought they got 0.
Yeah, no,
That's more. He did better than 4 players combined.
Yeah, having 0 totals was wild.
having 0 total, and like I don't think he was really ever in danger, Celebra.
No, not
Which in
really.
previous, like in normal seasons, getting 0 points in a format like this, like say if it was still teams, but not an all stars,
Yes,
like just
and
normal
that's the
seasons
big
plus first season,
thing.
he'd be gone. He'd be
Yeah.
gone. Week 1, 0 points. But like here, everyone's like, no, I like Celebra's chill.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, like you mentioned. It's not teams. So an individual not playing well isn't harming you. So it's definitely a different mindset now. Okay,
Let me zoom in.
following our first elimination of the season, we are coming up to Chapter 2, Cersei's Island. Yuta, go ahead and explain this interesting format for us.
You just know I was gonna give a shout out to Cersei. I mean, what a queen. She was gonna have a format dedicated to her. So I tried to do something a little magic, which is kind of the theme. I don't know how Steelix fits in the witches theme, but somehow it ended up there. And the idea was to have something a bit. I mean, Twisted Dimension is the good. It's a good example of that, but to have something a bit weird to play, something very unusual, which I think we achieved with the Twisted Dimension bonus type. So you've got 2 layers, having to think of the slowest Pokemon as the best in the format this time. So Silix being effectively broken, and I don't know how it escaped my sight when I was making the format. And the bonus type, so it's really gonna matter which type you're giving to the Pokemon, and also having to face Pokemon that have 3 types at the same time. So I think I managed to make the format the how about how weird I wanted it to be. Um, and I'm pretty happy with that. So this time the bonus style format is not a choose a specific Pokemon and get kills with it. It's a you're rewarded for taking on traditionally worse Pokemon on your team. Which was a fun change. I don't think everybody got that. I think 2 people got it
Yes,
as we have to make kills with those Pokemons. But it's
I was
fine.
going to
It's
say,
taking some getting used to. What did you think
because
of the format,
literally
LPT?
the second you said oh, instead of having it where you get kills with specific Pokemon, I was about to say like, well, half of the people here didn't think that. Um,
And I did clarify it.
you did. It's not on you. I was a bit confused at the wording at first, but then I just asked you, and you
Yeah, I
clarified, and I was like, okay, yeah,
clarified
that
it.
makes sense. But yeah, the format as a whole, I liked. I think you put too many. If I'm being honest, I think you put too many ones that are like, oh, this could be cool if you get a Trick Room up. Because Trick Room in singles already isn't viable, so having things like Absol, Alakazam, Jugulus, Hatchrin, Jolteon, Leafeon, Mismagius, Gardevoir realistically, but not to the same extent, like Delphox, Roserade, Swellow, they were kind of just all unusable. Cloister as
Mhm.
well, because you can't Shell Smash. I would have liked to see a little, like some more slower, typically Mons, and then maybe only have, instead of the nearly 10 that we had, or just shy of 10, that were like, this could be cool if you had a Trick Room up, maybe only have that be like 3 or 4. So it is still an archetype you can play, but then there's more slow options available. Um,
I
but
won't go.
that's me just being nitpicky for the sake of being
No,
nitpicky.
no, no.
It was
You're
overall, it was a good
absolutely
format.
You're absolutely right, and if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would. I won't go into details as to why, but I realized something last minute, and I had to change one of the major aspects of the format, and that's why the tier list might be a little weird for it.
I see.
It wasn't the intended one, but it ended
That's
up
fair.
being pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to allude to the fact that I've actually played the week 2 game already. um, uh, no, even just like the theory crafting for it, because me and some people were like sat in VC. I was right. Me and Bon were right. We called that at least one person would run normal ghost, or like ghost as their bonus type, and then curse, not remembering that it'll make it that you half your health.
Oh.
Um, which I suppose is But yeah, that was one of my predictions going in. But the format was really good. There still was a lot of options, even if there were some ones like Zam and Absol that were kind of, especially Absol was just like outclassed by Hatron. Um, yeah, there's still a lot of strong options. The Steelix was probably a bit over centralizing, but still the Steelix, while really strong in every game it came to, and like a huge threat that you had to acknowledge, wasn't as world encompassingly overpowered as I thought it would be. Because we're still having access to Curse, which is basically Victory Dance in this format.
Mhm.
But Steelix was good and easily the best Pokemon. But you still had other things like the Arbolievas, Hatrons, Shuckle. I still think Paratrick Shuckle's a bit gimmicky.
Yeah, I love
It
Shuckle.
is gimmicky, but we'll see. It's given us quite a few fun moments.
Shuckle
Oh,
power.
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. The thing is, Shuckle just doesn't really have the moveset. If Shuckle had a better moveset, I'd be on board for it, especially because versus mons like Hatron, and basically any special attacker, because your defenses aren't, because it's only your physical stats that are swapped. Like your special defense stays intact, so you can still try and set up power trick on a special mon, and then because you're so slow, aka you're so fast here, and then and you have so much physical attack, you can threaten out things like their Hatron, or their Executor, or their Arbolievas. Ursaring, I think for the yellow Pokemon, Ursaring and Arboliva were the two standouts in my opinion. Alolan Executor was pretty good as well, like just looking at it. But like Ursaring, of course, it has Eviolite with Curse, and you can put. You could either do Curse with like Fairy types, or maybe people will bring, uh, like just normal Ghost, because normal Ghost is such an insane type. Arboliva as well. There's a lot of bonus types you can give that are really good. It can set up healing for the rest of your mons with Seed Sower. Obviously, it has Harvest if you want to go down that route. If you want to be a real prankster, you bring your Araquanid and click sticky webs into their Hatron to boost your own speed, which is a stupid play, but it's something you could do.
Definitely a possibility in this format. Okay. What do we think? I know Utah's mind is elsewhere right now.
No, I mean, I'm around. To be honest, I'm looking to. I think I'm not having to. I don't have to say much else about the format, so I think we can just wrap it up with a
Absolutely.
nice little bow.
Yeah, so I think that's a good stopping point for our first episode of the season. Yuto, would you like to give us anything to go away for this one?
Absolutely. I know the format is taking some getting used to. I mean, it's as new to me as it is to you, but I hope that the players do enjoy their experience, however crazy it's gonna be, and I mean it's getting to be crazy as we speak. And I hope, yeah, you enjoy the experience. I'm certainly enjoying the experience of seeing what happens backstage.
All right, LPT, any final words from you?
Uh, oh, I really should have thought of something. Like- uh, I should have read the script you sent me.
Right.
No, I mean, I really enjoyed week one. The format for the season, it's really good. A lot of drama that can potentially spawn from it, as we're seeing right now. Live as this recording was happening, which I'm sure you'll also cover in the next recording. Yeah, good formats. I love the fact that the bonus points are different each week. So there's like different ways that you're gonna have to play each week. I'm really excited to see, just really excited to see the rest of the formats. And if that Regigigas is normalized, I will drop out. You
Week
have
3 isn't gonna disappoint. I can already tell you.
please don't normalize Regigigas.
Oh, it's huge power, baby.
I'm
Huge
fine with that.
power, Reggie Gigas.
That'd be funny at least.
Speed
Normalize will
boost.
just make me sad.
Speed boost
Speed boost I'm
Gigas.
fine with as well. Just and normalize will just make me sad. And you wouldn't want to do that, after making week one doubles.
You
I
managed
don't
to
like his bullet
to
shuffle.
win week 1, so
It's not the
don't.
point. And I'm
It is
accidentally
very
winning a
much a point.
VGC league I'm in. Though it's honestly worse for me being good at doubles because I don't want to be that kind of person.
Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this new series, and we hope to see you all again for the next episode of Pokemon Survivor All-Stars. Yeah, so now going into
I tell you what, this week 2 video is going to be crazy. Look at this chat.
Yeah, the chat is. I hesitated to say this is perhaps the most poorly timed recording we've ever done.
Yeah, no, for real. I
'Cause it is
understand now why you've been
going
quiet for a
insane.
lot of it.
It is going insane.
Like,
I genuinely didn't
But
have
also
a lot to say
Frankie,
about
but
the
also
battles,
Frankie,
but
darling,
right
what
now it's
the
going
fuck
insane.
are you doing?
what?
Stop bragging to him about the fact that this thing exists. Because he didn't know it had 5 people in it. He would have expected me, Frankie, and Bon. And maybe Blue.
Hey,
The 5th?
hey,
He would not have
LPT.
known there was a 5th.
Hey, LPT. You are aware who you're talking about, right?
Yes, I know it is Frankie.
It is the
Mr.
guy
Oh, I have
who.
a I have a 5-man alliance in the recording video. Yes, I know. I'm well
I
aware.
mean,
I think this is all just Omega trying to make the other 5 people desperately not vote for him
maybe
by
I
being like,
wouldn't.
"Oh, this is
Yeah,
homophobia." Me trying to get
I
voted out.
wouldn't. Omega he's not dumb. I don't know if he's a crash out quite yet, but I haven't seen him really as a crash out, so we'll see. We'll see if this is all just him trying to make a play, because he likes to brag about him being able to play people, so.
We don't forget Little Fox here. No, Blue, shut the fuck up. Blue, stop talking.
This
You
chat
can't,
is
because
going
Fox is allied with all of the
insane.
season 1 people and Psycho, and you already know that Omega's going to have guaranteed 1 vote to keep him safe from Red Wings. Although I'm desperately DMing Red Wings right now, being like, no, he's not good at the game. He just has people throw their games against him on purpose. Please do not vote for him.
It's hard to focus on this first week when we have so much shit going on.
I think genuinely just upload the raw recording of this.
Oh my god.
Of me like